All right, what's up everyone? We're wrapping up to the last day, hopefully last couple stages of coating the car. So last video was me applying the first layer, or really the only layer of CSL, Gtechniq Crystal Serum Light to the car, and it feels awesome. You know, I'm really loving how the results are with this stuff coming out. So today's the topper. So today is 2 coats of EXO. So EXO is Gtechniq's topping. You can see there. I'm going to finish this bottle that I had just opened and used recently. So when I finish that, that's a 30 milliliter bottle. That's probably all you need for a car this size, because this goes a lot further than the CSL does. But you need that. You need a couple of gloves. These are the gloves that it comes with, so I do use those, because I'm not real particular on gloves. So we got that. Now I buy these on Amazon. These are some micro suede blocks because I don't like the little pad that comes with. Let me see if I have it down here to show you. You know, what comes with CSL and EXO is this. It's this little like finger pad kind of thing. I mean, you can use it, but I just don't like to use it. So I use those micro suede applicators, which I'll link below and have on there. And then I have the same coating removal towels from Obsessed Garage that I use for the CSL, which are awesome, like $1 a piece. So, you know, order 10 or 20 of those at a time. That's well worth it. Then I throw them away after. So, so hopefully today I get through that and then get the wheels started, because I doubt I'll finish them today. But I'm gonna show you some panels. So let's get this thing set up and let's get rolling. I'm excited to finish. I miss driving the car, so that's what I really am looking forward to, is getting back in it. So let's get it. Okay, so first I figure I start in this back section of the car first. The lighting's good, and I can show you. All right, so let me just open this bottle up. So this one does not have a dropper on it. It has this little, whatever you call it. I don't know what it is. But it helps it just to put it on there. So I just kind of prime it up like that. And this stuff is going to spread so far. I mean, it feels so slick going on there. Almost like it just smears all over. So that's all I'm doing, is I'm literally just smearing it around. It's gonna wanna kind of separate, you know, almost like you feel like your coating would be rejecting it, but it's not. It's very smeary. Which I have no idea even if you can see that on here, but it acts and reacts, I would say, very similarly to how the CSL is when you put it on. That CSL, it takes a minute to flash, you could say. This wants to start separating pretty quickly. And I think that's from the coating properties. So this one looks like it sweats a lot more than the CSL does. So I essentially spread just that little bit on this entire panel up to the body line, which you can see here. So it really goes a long way. And it's like separated almost like water up here. So I'm going to start just moving it around, leveling. I can feel the slickness on the paint. And same process, you're going to end up wiping a bigger area, you know, just like the coating. I'm going to get all that excess off, and I'm going to come with a second wipe just to finish it off. So this topping is for maybe a little extra gloss. Definitely more hydrophobic, and is what's going to give you that longevity for your coating. So even if you wanted, let's say a year from now as maintenance, you could literally come back, you could do some type of decon wash, like decon wash, CarPro lift, something to remove as much of the contaminants as possible without being too aggressive. And once you're done with that part, you could do a light clay bar if you needed, but if you didn't have to, be better. And then you can come back just with the EXO as a topper and get even more longevity out of your coating. So it almost like preserve it and make it last another year or two. That's in my eye. So the EXO is a good product for that. All right, so that is done. That section is done right here. So I'm going to move to the lower panel to get that. You should be able to see right here. So again, you can see my applicator, and this stuff just goes so far. It's kind of amazing. You really don't need a lot. It is hard to see on this color, especially on camera. I don't think you're going to see it. This feels way more slick applying it than the CSL does. It's almost like an oil. It feels like you're rubbing oil just all over the car. So no idea what they put in this stuff, but it's pretty cool. And I'm going to use a different product for the wheels. I have CarPro Deluxe and Gliss, which I've mentioned. Sometimes I got to smell my towels because this stuff is not as strong as like Adams' coating. The CSL as well. This smells a little more fumey, a little more WD-40 like, but it's not so strong that I can't even smell it like right here. I got to put it right up to me. But a lot of times I forget which towel is number one. So I try to keep them in the same spot on my cart or something, so I know I'm constantly using the first towel to remove or level. But yeah, CarPro Deluxe and Gliss. I've never used it before. Watched videos on it. Decided to give it a shot because I think it's a much thicker coating that might give you some more durability for your wheels, and it's a much tackier coating. So that one, it'll be interesting to see and to apply. But that's it. So now I've got this entire back section of the car done. So not too long. It doesn't take all that long. I didn't see what time it was when we first started, but I've only been recording for 6 minutes. So pretty quick. So I think this is going to go a lot quicker than the CSL step. In the CSL step, you have to sit there and wait for the curing. So there's a little more just standing around time, whereas this is going to flash a lot faster and you can almost wipe it off instantly. So, and it smooths around a lot faster. So I'm going to just keep going around the car, and I'm also going to do every bit of trim, just the entire thing with this on it, including like my windshield wipers, on top, just the arms, and essentially where this thing is like just 100% coated everywhere. So gonna rearrange the camera and we're gonna start rolling. All right, so down here by the car, just finished the first coat of EXO on it, as you just saw, in high speed, fast forwarding. So man, this stuff is pretty easy to apply, just very smeary. It's a little different than the CSL, but dude, I wish, if you've never done this, it's kind of like when I did my buddy's C8 Corvette, and we did it together. He had never seen a ceramic coating before, or definitely never applied one. And he's like, man, is it really that big of a difference? Is it worth it? You know, kind of thing. And I'm like, just trust me, man. Let's just do the process. Just trust me through it. And he did. And he was like blown away just at how glossy, how smooth, how slick, just everything when it comes to this coating. And if you've never done it, I would just say you got to do it in person. You got to experience it, the whole process. You got to put it on. You got to feel the results as you go along and as it sits and cures. It's just so good. It's just different from anything else. And it's definitely worth it in person. And I mean, you can see how much it's glossing right here, just like the mirror-like effect. And I got one more coat to go on the EXO. So I need to let it sit for at least an hour in between coats. I'm probably gonna let it sit for a little more than an hour. It's 1:30 right now because I'm gonna eat some lunch, and I think I'm gonna take the wheels off, put it on blocks or jack stands before I put that last coat. So I think I'm gonna do that first, you know, just to get the wheels prepped and ready, and then we'll put the last coat of EXO on. So I'll put it on the windows and everything, as you saw. I mean, I just slicked this whole thing out. So I'm really impressed with it, as always. So let's keep it going. I'm gonna take a break and come right back, and we'll get that last coat on, and we're gonna be done with the paint portion of this thing. So appreciate you sticking along for the ride. So be back in a little bit.